After 60, you won't notice the last time until it's too late. That's the part nobody tells you about. People talk about getting older, they talk about retirement, they talk about money. Yeah, there's a lot of advice out there, but they don't talk about this one. The fact that in your life, things start to happen for the very last time, and you don't even realise it's happening. There's no warning, there's no great sign, there's no moment where someone says, oh, this is the last time. It just happens, quietly, ordinarily, like any other day. And that's what it is, just another day. And then one day, you look back and you realise something quite profound. That was it. That was the last time you saw them, the last time you spoke, the last time you sat in the same room with them, and you had absolutely no idea it was going to be the last time. That's what it makes this so difficult. It doesn't feel all that important at the time. It feels like just another day. And I'll give you an example. There's always a last time you see your parents. You don't know it when it happens. You just leave like you always do. You say your goodbyes. Maybe I'll see you next week. Oh, we'll catch up soon. See you later. And then life gets in the way. And that next time, it never comes. It doesn't happen. And when you look back, you don't realise. But it's not the big moments you remember. It's the little ones, the ordinary ones, the normal stuff, the normal conversations, the routine visits, the things that you thought would always be there until they weren't. And this just doesn't apply to family. It also applies to friends. People you used to see all the time. You thought they were your bosom buddies. Then you stopped seeing them more often. And then hardly ever at all. And then, without any clear ending as such, nothing was wrong. It was just over. You didn't see him anymore. No argument, no drama, no final goodbye. There was just distance between you. Time and silence. And you don't even know when the last time was. That's the strange part. You can't point to it. You can't say, that was it. That was the moment. That was going to be the last time. Because you don't know. It just fades. And by the time you do notice, years have passed and it's gone. And this is where most people, I think they get caught out. Because they live as if there's always going to be another time, another visit, another phone call, another chance to sit down and have a chat. I'll do it next week. I'll get around to it. There's no rush. Does that sound familiar? But after 60, that assumption starts to break down just a little bit because time is no longer open-ended. It never has been. It's limited, and you start to see it in a different way at that stage of life. You start to notice people aging. You start to notice yourself aging. You start to realise this simple thing. There aren't as many laters left as you think there are. And that changes how you see things completely. A simple visit isn't just a visit anymore. It might be the last one. A conversation isn't just a conversation. It might be the last one. A holiday, a meal, a walk. Just those little things. They all start to carry a lot more weight. And it's not because they've changed. It's because you have. You start to understand that nothing repeats itself forever. And once you see that, everything changes. You can't unsee it. But here's the problem. Most people don't see it until after the fact, when it's in the past, until the last time has already happened. And then they look back, and that's when the regret starts. I should have. Oh, I wish I'd. Oh, why didn't I do that? These are not big things, small things actually. Just little things like a phone call, a visit, an extra hour. Things that feel obligational at the time, but they turn out to be completely final. And that's a hard lesson because you can't go back. You can't recreate the moment. You can't have one more conversation one more visit. It doesn't work like that. You can't have one more day. It's gone. And that's why this matters. I'm not making this video to make you sad, but to make you aware. Because when you really understand this, you start living differently. You stop assuming there will always be another time. You stop postponing the things that truly matter. You stop saying, oh, I'll do it later, and you start asking, what if there is no later? And that question, that changes everything. You call people more often. You visit more intentionally. You pay attention when you're with them. You're in the room, pay attention. You're more present because you know deep down that this moment isn't guaranteed to repeat. And that doesn't make life worse, not at all. It makes it a lot more valuable. It makes it more real. It makes it more focused. And you start to see those ordinary moments for what they really are. They're not just routine at all, but they are possibilities. Possibly the last. And when you live like that, you don't take people for granted. Not anyone. You don't take time for granted. And you don't miss the moment while you're in it. Because you know, yes you do, one day you will look back and some of these moments will not come back. They already won't. So here's the question I pose for you. Who in your life are you treating as if they will always be there for another time? And what would change if you stopped assuming that? Let me know the answer to that question in the comments. I'd like to hear your story and your experience. And if this video resonated with you, watch this one next. It's about the things I stopped caring about after 60. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.